Kirkalmighty here. This is now episode 12 in my Advanced Tactics Gold multiplayer series, PBEM, versus the Ironduke. As you can see here now, we're still got my bulge going on down here, working on cutting this road. I got a chunk out of it now, and I don't think he's going to be able to dislodge that, so I think I got enough of the road covered now where he's not going to be able to retake it. If I could just next round push this down here further, my control, so that his supplies or any flow coming from up here, flow of goods, is going to have to travel through this the paddies and the jungle and everything else down here, then it's going to really have a serious effect on his ability to get anything over to these forces over here. As you can see, I knocked the lockout on that city again. It wasn't too hard. I only hit it with 2 artillery pieces. He vacated his air units out of there. I guess he was tired of losing them to my artillery and being suppressed by my artillery, so he moved them down here. He created an airport down here, and he actually moved them all down here. And I did an airstrike on there with, let's see, I hit him with these 2 fighters right here, these level bombers. I lost, I believe, 1 fighter in attack, but I destroyed 2 or 3 of his fighters, and 1 or 2, at least 1, maybe 2 dive bombers too. I think I got 1 dive bomber and then 2 or 3 fighters or something like that. And you can see I really beat them all down here. They're just they're down to nothing here. They're in rough shape. Let's see. I ran into some oil issues this round though too. I ended up tapping it out, and I wasn't quite expecting that, which is probably going to ground some of my air forces next turn. I was actually wanting to do an airdrop this turn, a paratrooper, and I didn't because I ran out of fuel. They need to build up some readiness anyway. I accidentally, when I created the unit, I accidentally assigned them to OKW, and I wanted them assigned to the 1st Luftwaffe. So that might have been a good thing it didn't go this round anyway. And it's going to be questionable whether or not I have the fuel to drop them next round, because priority is going to be going over to here. Now I made sure I produced enough PPs to have be over 80, and I got 2 oil spots. I think 2 oil reserves. One was, I think that was one of them right there. That one, and this one up here. I'm going to upgrade both of those next turn, and that should jump that up, I don't know, at least another 1,000 or something. So hopefully that'll help ease things up a little bit there with the oil. I really did punish him pretty good this round. I inflicted a lot of casualties on him. As you can see, it was even worse than last round. I mean, it was a lot worse than last round. I just wiped out so much stuff here. You can see my losses right here. I did take some armor car losses. I got 8 armor cars coming in this round. I've had a nice flow of armor cars coming in to replace my losses. In his turn, he actually took out some of these too with some bomber attacks. So I'm working on getting more flak into the area just to help cut down on that a little bit. Also, I got to make sure to try and stack these armored cars with some infantry units. I had some armored cars that were sitting here, I think, last turn. Were not with any infantry, and he hit them with dive bombers and killed like 5 of them. They survive better if they have some infantry there too, just to take a little of the heat off of them. The dive bombers end up targeting sometimes infantry instead of armor, which helps a little. But anyway, going back to the losses here. Yeah, you can see I punished him. I mean, like, I really like that. I took out 40 of his bazookas. Those guys aren't cheap. Those are 250 a pop, and they take raw. 250 production a pop to make, and 1 raw. So that took 40 raw just to make those, plus all the production. Knocked out 12 light tanks this round. 1 of the rhinos, some heavy artillery. I think I knocked out some regular artillery too, didn't I? Well, here's the well, maybe I killed 2 dive bombers on the ground. Two dive bombers. I guess I killed maybe 2 dive bombers and 2 fighters on the ground then when I did that attack on his airbase. I know it was a pretty successful attack. Hopefully I'll have the fuel to do it again next turn because I just like to keep him beaten down there. And what else did I kill there? Let's see. Yeah, this is the gist of the most expensive stuff there. It was punishing, very punishing round for him right there. I just killed a lot of equipment. I've got this city surrounded now, and you can see these artillery I had coming in the last turn did hit it and took its lockdown about by half. So this city's only producing half now what it was. This guy knocked him out again. It's not producing anything. For the moment, I'm still restricting Mende, but I'm sure he's going to be probably mending this road this round. These guys got attacked again. They did survive. I managed to get them up here. Unfortunately, I can't drop any supplies on these this round. I just didn't have the fuel to do it. Yeah. Anyway, I got more artillery coming in. So I'm predicting right now that most likely this city will fall next round. If not next round, the round off or the round after. Worst case scenario, next round there's not going to be any lock on it. I'm going to wipe it out. It's not going to be producing anything for the enemy anymore. That's going to be 2 production cities down, 1 restricted. And his losses are piling up. He's losing more per turn now than I'm losing. So all that's a really good thing. I wonder if you can see that on a graph here. Let's look at losses, kills. Oh, here you go. Here you can see kills. You can see how my kills have just really spiked the last couple turns compared to his kills. Yeah. So the war effort's definitely still going good. He's been flooding in all kinds of armor and bazookas, lots of bazookas, into this area over here, just trying to stop my armor. All those bazookas, and I just, well, the part of it is, I'm hitting them before they're coming in as fresh troops. I mean, they no experience or nothing, and I'm just hitting them. I'm hitting them hard, and I figure got to take them out now before they get stronger, and they actually might start getting more kills. And then I make sure any of these stacks I attack that got bazooka men in them, I'm not attacking with just armor alone. I have at least one, usually Lieb's the guy carrying most of the load over here, Wilhelm von Lieb. He is have at least one of the Lieb's units attacking with my armor cars, so that way I get some infantry guys in there too, and it seems to help with these bazookas. But yeah, I killed many bazookas. So you can see how many bazookas he sent in there. I just killed 40 of them this round, and he still got some sitting around here. So he's definitely sinking a lot of production into bazooka men right now. Any way he can think of to try and stop this armor down here. He doesn't know I ran out of fuel this turn. Not too worried about that in defense, because there is going to be a defensive penalty for that, because he's just not in a position to attack me down here. He just has nothing down here strong enough to really attack, and he's not going to know that this armor is going to be suffering a fuel penalty. Also, all of these armors are stacked with infantry, so they're not alone in defending, even if they, well, except for these guys down here. These guys are really in no danger of being attacked, and I don't really see this Rhino going up there and trying to attack him. And for one thing, carrying around all this weight with him, this Rhino moving at artillery movement, plus dealing with all the zones of controls, by the time it got to here, it probably wouldn't have enough action points left to even attack. So I seriously doubt that's going to happen. And this is where we're at. I'd say another good round here. Hopefully I can break out something and start moving on this junction and take out this city. I'm hoping next round, but if it's one more round, I'm cool with that. I can live with that. So far, the Ironduke is still going here. It took him a little while to get this turned back around, a little longer than usual. I wouldn't say it was long. It wasn't long at all. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. But maybe he's just spending a little more time thinking about what he's going to do here, and wait until he's got time to sit down and really give it some thought. So far he's still going. I don't know, if I end up taking down this city next turn and pushing in and starting to take this junction, he might seriously consider throwing the game and just resigning again at that point. I don't know. But I certainly see the tide still moving in my direction. I'm going to increase my oil output, so next turn I don't run into this problem. I have to watch it a little closer. It's the first time I run out of oil. But obviously I've used up all my reserves. Could limit my air activity a little because I got to prioritize these tanks right now. And we'll see what my opponent does on his turn. And thanks for watching.